Hello students, I hope you have attended my last class, the video I have done, and I found that many of you had queries that you have to write the poem or not. In this video, I'm clarifying that you don't have to write the poem in the copy, you have only to do the exercise. Today we are going to start with the grammar, sentences, kinds of sentences. Before starting that, I want to say that I think you are very much clear about letter writing, and also I have given you an assignment on paragraph writing. I haven't made a special video for that because all of you have done paragraph writing in class 5. Now we are going to do sentences and kinds of sentences. You are learning this chapter, I think so, from class 1, and you know what is a sentence. A sentence, you can say, just have a look at the examples given. Will tomorrow I go see to the match? Do you find any type of meaning in this sentence? No, because this is not properly arranged. This group of words does not make any sense because it is not arranged. But the group of words given here makes sense but not a complete sense. It gives a sense but it doesn't give a complete sense. Now see this example. I will go to see the match tomorrow. Now this is giving you a clear sense and a meaning. Meaning is that you will go and see the match tomorrow. This group of words make complete sense. So we call it to be a sentence. So what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense by itself. I think you are clear with this. What is a sentence? Another example for this is, he will meet you tomorrow. This is again giving you a complete sense or a complete meaning. Now let us see the features of a sentence. A sentence consists of a group of words that makes complete sense. That means these are consisted of a group of words that gives you complete meaning or a complete sense. It has a verb. Obviously, it should have a verb. It begins with a capital letter. The words in a sentence are written in proper order. It has a subject and a predicate. A sentence ends with either a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. Sometimes we also give comma to give a pause in a sentence. Okay, now let us see kinds of sentences. So, I think you are very much clear. Kinds of sentences. So, sentences can be divided into 4 kinds. Assertive or declarative, exclamatory, imperative, and interrogative. These are the 4 kinds of sentences. Now, let us see what is assertive or declarative sentence. Sentences that state or declare something are called assertive or declarative sentence. That means you are just saying it. You are not making any questions. You are not exclaiming or you are not giving your any feeling. You're just simply saying it. So we call it to be assertive sentence. Like, he felt sad for his friend. That is, it is a simple sentence that is being said. A statement is being made. He did not argue with her. This is again, there is something that is said or something that is statement is made. So we call it to be a declarative sentence. Simple meaning of declarative is you declare something. We call it to be declarative. So assertive and declarative sentences further can be divided into 2 parts. Affirmative or positive and negative. Positive means where you have the answer to the questions or the answer to the sentence, or you use yes in that. It is always positive. Where you use no or not, we call it to be negative. Like for example, he has gone to school. This is a simple sentence where you have no use of not or no. So we call it to be affirmative. He has not gone to school. Over here, we are using not. So we call it to be negative. Another example is, he is going out. A sentence where there is no use of not. He is not going out. Again, we are using not. So these are to be affirmative and negative. Now let us see next. Next we come to be imperative sentence. Now see imperative sentence. See, here is a picture of a boy and his mother. Mother, please buy me a packet of potato chips. Have some fruits, they are healthy. Don't eat potato chips. Sentences that give order or instructions, make a request or offer advice are called imperative sentences. Over here, we give some request like, please give me a pencil. We always say, please give me a pencil. We are making a request. Or go out. Over here we are giving a command. Like study hard. Here this is an advice. So this type of sentences where we make a request, we offer advice, or we give some instructions or order, we call it to be imperative sentence. Like, mother, please buy me a packet of potato chips. This is a request. Don't eat potato chips. This is a command. Have some fruits. They are healthy. Advice or suggestions. So this type of sentences, we call it to be imperative sentence. I think you are clear. Now let us move on to the next one. Next one is interrogative sentence. Now interrogate. What do you understand by interrogate? Interrogate means to ask questions. Some questions are to be asked. Like, are you Mrs. Sharma? Here is a question mark and we are using the auxiliary verb at front. So this is a question. What are you looking for? Again, you'll be finding a question mark and also you'll be finding the question word used, what. So this type of sentences where questions are asked, we call it to be interrogative sentences. Now, interrogative sentences are of two kinds. First is yes, no questions. Like, are you Mrs. Sharma? Yes, I am Mrs. Sharma. Or no, I am not. This type of questions are said to be yes, no questions. What are you looking for? This is what we say to be WH questions. Like what, who, why, whose, which. These all are said to be WH questions. So you are clear about interrogative sentences. Now let us have a little discussion, little details also. We should remember that in an interrogative sentences, we place auxiliary verb before the subject. So whenever we ask a questions, we always place auxiliary verb before the subject. We always put a question mark at the end of the interrogative sentence. Now, see this example. They have bought sweets. These are statements. Now, suppose you have to change it into interrogative sentence. What you're going to do? You're going to bring the auxiliary verb before the subject. Have they bought sweets? So, this is again becoming a question. Are you clear? Like, are you Mrs. Sharma? Auxiliary verb is at the front and after that the subject is used. This is said to be an interrogative sentence. Like another example, what are you looking for? This is again a WH question. Now, let us now see the last one, that is exclamatory sentence. Now, what is an exclamatory sentence? exclamatory sentence, we always use a sign like this. This shows our sudden feeling of surprise, admiration, appreciation, or you can say shock or sadness. Like, what a beautiful baby he is. Now you have already not seen him, but all of a sudden you see a beautiful baby and you exclaim, what a beautiful baby he is. How wonderful the painting is. All of a sudden you see, like you say your father, after going from school, you find something very surprising. What a beautiful gift you brought for me, father. So this is an exclamatory sentence. So where exclamatory sentence help us to communicate strong feelings of surprise, admiration, appreciation, wonder, or shock. I have given the example, what a beautiful baby he is, how wonderful the painting is. So, an exclamatory sentence begins with what or how. These are interrogative words, but we always use these two words to show our exclamation. It is followed by an exclamatory mark like this. For emphasis, the word order is altered in an exclamatory sentences. Like, he is a beautiful baby. This is an assertive sentence. Now, if you transform it into exclamatory, what a beautiful baby he is. So, new word, what is added, and the rest of the thing is here, and you add an exclamatory mark. The painting is wonderful. How wonderful the painting is. So, you add a new word of how, and then the rest of the sentence, and you use an exclamatory mark. You'll be finding over here the auxiliary verb is or whatever it is used as the last. So this is said to be exclamatory sentence. So I hope you are clear. Now let us see another part of this sentences. Another part of the sentence is, now see here, all of you. Yes. Now we are going to see parts of sentences. Now sentences can be divided into broadly into two parts. What are the two parts? Yes, subject and predicate. Now, who are the subjects? Subjects are the doer of the action. And predicate, you can say the verb or the action done by the subject. So, we call it to be subject and predicate. Now, over here, see the sentence. The Indian team won the tournament. Over here, the Indian team is the subject because Indian team is the doer of the action. Now, what the action they performed? They performed winning of the tournament. So, they won the tournament. So, this is becoming predicate. Like babies, subject, cry. The lights are on. The Indian team won the match. My father's best friend gave him a present. So, all these are the doer of the action. And here they are performing the action. And so this part is called to be a predicate. Now always remember, in a predicate part, verb is very necessary. This is an essential part of the sentence, and in the part of predicate, verb should be there. Okay? Now, I think you are clear with sentences and kinds of sentences. Now, for your assignment I'll be posting along with this video. Then also in this video only, I'm telling you, is that any grammar book you are having, whatever the grammar book you are having, okay, I think you will be getting the topic sentences, kinds of sentences. Before doing the exercises for your practice, I would like you to write in your grammar copy. In your grammar copy, definition of sentence with example. You are going to write kinds of sentences with its definition and also example. Okay, next you're going to do is, I have explained you what is subject and what is predicate. Next you're going to do is definition of subject and predicate, and also make a table separating subject and predicate. I hope you all are clear. If this writing is not clear, you cannot see it very nicely. If this writing is not clear and you cannot see it very nicely, I am going to post in a PDF file or something like that. Okay, so do not worry. Thank you, students.